Hello everybody. In this video I'm actually going to be going over a little project that I did. It's called Shopping with C++. And so if you're looking at my text editor right now, you're going to notice that vector seems to be not working. It doesn't like that I've used commas here to separate things that I thought matched up. And I did this project, I'd say, a couple months ago now. Maybe a month and a half ago if I had to guess, but I think a couple months ago. And this is fine, even though it says 9 plus, like kind of like errors, syntactical errors. They're not actually errors because we're gonna compile this with a line that kind of fixes that. So this project basically the program will take in a shopping list that includes store information and what you actually like to buy, and it'll return to you the cheapest combination. So for example, let's look at an example input that I made called input 1. And so our shopping list has the information, and it says there's only one store. It's called Local Grocery. It's in East Lansing, and they have apples. They have 10 of them, and they sell them for $4.76 each. We need to buy one apple. One item on my shopping list, it's an apple. So the ideal output from this, since there's only one store, there really is only one output. So the ideal output for this is going to be go to local grocery, buy one apple, bring $4.76 with you. You need $4.76 to get the apple. If we go to a much more complex one, where we have, let's say, 6 stores. We have local grocery. They have all these items. Fast food dispenser has all these items. And some stores have overlapping items. So, for example, let's see which one I noticed first. Milk, I think I saw. Yeah, so a local grocery has milk. Corner store has milk. Oh, milk's not on our shopping list, though. Let's see. We need 105 candy. Stolen Goods has 3 candy, and they're free. So we're probably going to get candy from Stolen Goods, but we need 147 more, so we're going to need to buy the next cheapest. So let's see, dollar here, candy, 51 cents here. So we're going to buy out this supply over here, as well as we're going to then get this, and then we're going to get this. And it looks like we're not actually even going to fulfill our candy kind of urge. But basically, if we look at the functions in the actual project, I have a struct for list info in which well, actually I'll talk about the shopping list. So I have a struct for a shopping list that is just a vector of type list info. So list info is a type that I made where essentially the vector will have quantity stored, the name of the item stored, and it has an initializer here. That is called list items for this struct shopping list. And then I have a function that returns a shopping list called make list, where I take in a reference to a shopping list and I take in a constant reference to a line because this won't be changed. And we will be essentially just making our shopping list here. And we have a struct for item info, so this is going to have to do with the store. So our store struct is going to store I'm using store twice in different ways. So our store struct contains the store's name, where it's located, the items it has using item info here. So here we have name, quantity, price, as well as an initializer. So we're going to create the store inventory. We're going to get the first line, print store summary, all this good stuff. So this is for the output. This is for what we're actually going to see in the terminal. Anything with print in it, that's for the terminal, what we actually get to see as the person viewing what's going on. Here we have the get item count, where we're just going to be like mapping each item's name and quantity for the store's inventory. Another print function. Here we actually find which stores sell an item by taking in a list, or I'm sorry, a store as well as an item name and checking if it sells it. Here's another print function. Here we're actually going to see who has the cheapest price of an item based on the items, based on who sells the item. so that's going to be stored in a vector called sellers, and the actual item name, so we're going to find who's cheapest, because that's where we want to go to buy it. And we're going to sort by price. That's going to help some other functions. We're going to another print function. Here's get total, where we're actually just returning how much we're going to end up paying. Here's create shopping summary. So this is going to kind of do a lot of our printing. It's going to call a bunch of those functions to either get information or print information. And here's where we actually create the stores and lists based on going through our input file and taking this information and actually kind of like allocating it and making it readable for all of our other functions. And then we have a nice short main in which we create a vector of stores, we create a shopping list, we get our first line, we create our stores and lists, we print our store summary, and essentially all these functions are being called inside of one another so that this can be so clean and short. And we see out shopping, and then this is where we actually see our shopping summary. So basically, it would take way too long to really explain all these functions, so I'll show what's going on. So over here, I'm going to compile G++. We're going to say we want all errors to be all warnings rather. We're going to say we want the standard to be equal to C++ 17, which is going to make what I was talking about earlier not matter, these commas, because that's a standard in C++ 17. And we're going to compile our project.cpp file. So we're going to let that compile. That's good. So now we should see a.out. So now we have an executable. We're going to execute that, but we're also going to redirect some input. So we'll start with input 1 because that was a nice easy one. So we're going to redirect that input so I don't actually have to manually type that information in. The input from that file will just go in. So our program says we found store related information. There is one store. That store has one distinct item. Item related information, there's again one distinct item. They have 10 apples. We saw that again from that input file. We are trying to order 1 apples. One store sells apples. Total price $4.76. We're going to order one from that one store. Again, this is an easy case, so that's why it's just so simple. And we just say be sure to bring $4.76 when you leave for the stores because that's the cost of what we're trying to buy. So now if we do it with a that really complicated example, we're going to see that there's a lot of information now. So now we're going to say there are 6 stores. We're going to list how many distinct items each store has. We're going to then say how many of each item there is to purchase, like total from all the stores. Then for our actual shopping, we're going to try and order 105 candies. 4 stores sell candy. 4 stores sell candy. Total price, that's how much it's going to be. We're not actually even going to fulfill our demand here, but we're going to buy out the entire supply because we can't fulfill our demand. And again, we're going to order 5 sodas. 3 stores sell sodas. We're only going to buy from 2 stores though because we again are looking for cheapest. We're not just going to order from any store. We're going to look for the cheapest prices. So that's only going to cost $6.03. We're going to again do this for the other items on our shopping list, which if we look back, input 9's shopping list was 105 candy, 5 soda, an S phone, TV, 10 TVs, and a burger. So we get our burger at the cheapest, we got the TVs at the cheapest that we can, and we tell us our total bill basically for when we're about to leave. It's so large because of those TVs, which were evidently very expensive. Let's look at how expensive the TVs were. Oh, these guys sell them for $4,000, and these guys are selling them for $4. So, kind of some funny prices going on, but that's basically the gist of it. Essentially, we have a program that can take in some information regarding stores and a shopping list and kind of turn it into processed information in which we know how much money we need to buy the things that we'd like at the cheapest price from the given stores. So thank you guys all for watching, the 3 of you that'll see this, and have a great day.